Hey guys, it's
Cam
and Katie, and today Cameron is going to insult me in Irish. Is that what we're doing?
Technically.
No. What he's going to do is teach us Irish insults in the Irish language, and I'm excited because he has not told me what he has chosen.
Not many people know the kind of insults that there are in Irish. I mean, you might pick up on one or two, but the majority of the insults are pretty straightforward. When I went on the internet to try to look up some of the spellings just to make sure I was getting it right, I learned stuff I've never heard before in my life. It's very area dependent. You know, if you live in like a Gaeltacht where they speak Irish as their native language every single day, they'd probably use a lot more like slaggings and insults and stuff. But when you just learn it in school and you're speaking it in school, even when you're fluent, you still don't learn that many insults or that many things. So the majority of these are the ones that I would know from school and from, you know, teachers and stuff. A lot of these insults half of them are what teachers would have called me. But anyway, and then there's one or two that I wouldn't have personally used, but I know that they're insults. So the first one is Omadon.
Omadon?
Omadon.
Omadon?
Yeah. Or Dinador.
Dinador.
They're two separate words. Dinador.
Dinador.
So basically,
Omadon, Dinador.
Very good. So basically that just means like stupid. Like someone that's stupid or someone who's being an idiot. So
That's me.
And I can't tell you how many times the teacher called me an Omadon, but anyway. Alright. The next one is Lebeda.
Lebeda.
Lebeda. So basically a Lebeda is like, how would you describe a Lebeda? It's similar to Omadon. It's like someone who's purposely being an idiot. Like someone who's trying to annoy you. You know, they're acting the fool is, I guess, the best way to put it. Number 3, and this is a famous Irish one. Most people know this. It's Pogue Mahone.
Pogue Mahone. I've heard this one before.
That's not a good thing.
What is it?
Pogue Mahone means kiss my arse.
This video just took a turn that I was not expecting.
I think it's hilarious that you've heard it before. That means
I promise I've heard that before.
It's pretty common. Like on a lot of like touristy things, it says like Pogue Mahone.
That's probably why.
It's pretty common. The next one is kind of a newer age insult, I guess. It's Tá Bronerum, Nachhfuil Bronerum.
Sorry, what?
Tá Bronerum.
Tá Bronerum?
Tá Bronerum.
Tá Bronerum.
Will Bronerum.
Will Bronerum.
You wanna know what that is?
What is it?
Sorry, not sorry. So literally it means I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. But
no, every time you're doing a hashtag, sorry not sorry.
Tá Bronerum, Nachhfuil Bronerum.
Oh.
The next one is Gobbing.
Gobbing.
Yeah. So when I looked up the spelling of this, because I just wanted to be sure, it came up as Gombeen with an M in there in the middle, which I would have never said that. Anyway, but a Gobbeen is just someone who's a bit. Okay, again, when I looked it up, there was 2 meanings to it, and the first meaning is how I would use it or how I would have heard it. A Gobbeen is someone who's they're kind of innocently annoying. Like, for example, someone tripped up over their laces because they didn't tie it. It'd be like, oh, you Gobbeen.
Okay, so what is it?
It's kind of someone who's being stupid, but they're annoying you at the same time. Does that make sense?
What is the direct translation?
Here's one thing I'll say, right? And I've really noticed this as I was preparing for this video. Irish insults are so specific. Like they're so narrowed down to a certain circumstance. You don't, like in English you just say, oh, you're stupid or oh, you idiot, and you can use it in so many contexts. But in Irish there's a different slagging for every context. Like it's so specific. The first translation was what I said, like someone who's kind of innocently stupid. It's almost like you could almost use it endearingly, like for your child or something. If your child made a silly mistake, you'd be like, oh, you Gobbing, you know? The second one was to do with someone who's like, someone who's trying to make money but in a sly way, like someone like a street vendor or like someone trying to give you a bargain or something. That people would use gombeen for that. I've never heard it used in that context, and I've never heard it pronounced that way. And when I was in school, we just say Galbian. So, okay, this one's pretty funny. Goditfuk unteared.
I just heard a lot of words that probably aren't what you just said.
Goditfuk.
Okay, no, like I'm really
Just
hearing.
flow it. Don't separate it. Just flow it.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
Goditfuk unteared.
I thought you said.
I read this in a book, like in a book in school when we were reading it, and like me and my friends burst out laughing, and it was like the slagging we used for the next few days. It literally means, I hope your house falls on you. Like,
What the?
here's what I'll say, right? As well as saying that Irish slaggings are very particular, they're also very like symbolic. Like when I was looking up, like when I looked up some of the ones that I know, it came up with a list of other ones. And they were very, like, it was all about the devil, like the devil will curse you. And
Oh my goodness,
very-
Catholic,
yeah.
Catholic country.
Irish is, I said this in our first video of Learn Irish, Irish is very religiously symbolic. Like even in the way you say hello, it like has everything to do with God be with you and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's same for the insults. The insults are very like, may the devil break your bones, and may the devil curse you, and may the devil chase you down. Like those are all the Irish insults that were coming up. So yeah, so this one's kind of pretty intense. I mean, you should probably never wish someone's house falls on them, but it was in a book I read one time. Can't remember the book, can't remember the context, but I just remember laughing my head off when I read
So
it.
you're wishing someone ill will, like I
Yeah.
hope something bad happens to you.
Yeah, pretty much. The next one is pretty simple.
What is it?
Neuraert.
What?
Neuraert.
Oh, Neuraert.
Simple compared to the last one. It's pretty simple. It's just two words. Neuraert.
Neuraert. Neuraert.
It's O-R-T. Ert.
Ert. Neuraert.
So Neuraert means shame on you. So yeah, that's one that teachers would say all the time. If you did something bad or you got caught cheating or something, they'd be like, Neuraert.
I think it's so sick that you went to a school that literally the teachers got mad at you in Irish. You learned math in Irish. I still forget. Like
Yeah. I don't know
I forget you know Irish fluently.
Yeah, it is. It's for me personally, it's a little bit sad that I don't get to use it more often, and like I do want to be better at teaching you and stuff. I don't know if I've ever said this as part of the Irish videos, but like to give you an idea of the extent, like in school we spoke Irish all the time, and you could actually get in trouble if you spoke English. So if you were speaking English and you got caught, there was a certain amount of times, and for each time you got caught, there was a certain consequence. If you got caught speaking English once, you got detention. If you got caught speaking English twice, they like wrote a letter home to your parents. And then I remember one year they really tried to crack down on it, and if you got caught speaking Irish 3 times within one semester, you could get suspended. And if you got caught speaking Irish, I think it was like 6 or 7 times, like you were just, at that point, you just didn't care. They threatened that it could lead to expulsion. Okay, the next one's pretty funny. It's pretty difficult too. Ní horfach an airge tundo. Good luck. Ní horfach.
Okay. I'm not saying that.
Un airge.
Anarga.
Un airge.
Unarga.
Un airge.
Unerga.
There you go. Tundo.
Tundo.
It means the sea wouldn't give him a wave. Typically, it was used in like a he's very ugly kind of sense.
Oh my goodness.
Like even the sea wouldn't give him a wave. He's so ugly. That one was pretty harsh. We used to have such a laugh at that. Next one is pretty simple. Immiglat.
Immiglant.
Immiglat.
Immiglant.
Immiglat.
Immiglant.
Or I guess an extended version would be Immiglat agus ná tarrash.
Oh, bad.
That one's pretty, like, it's very simple. It's just like, go away. Like, go away and don't come back.
Okay.
So, immiglat is go away. And, like, so, like, you know, let's say you got in trouble in school or something. And I love how all my examples are getting in trouble in school. I swear I wasn't that bad of a student. Anyway, let's say, like, the teacher was writing you a note to send home to your parents, and they'd hand it to you and they'd be like, immiglat. Like, away with you. Last but not least, flaike.
Flaika.
A flaike, or I guess in some contexts it would be plaike. PH in Irish is F. Yeah, PH in Irish is F.
Okay.
So it'd be plica or flica, depending on the context. It just means like a messer. Like, oh, you're a messer. You know, yeah, someone that pull pranks or like,
Okay.
you know, stuff like that, like a flica.
Flica. You're a flica. He's a flica.
Can be. Well, that's it.
Those weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be.
That's my top 10 Irish insults.
If any of you have any words that you'd like to learn in Irish, I'm sure Cameron would be willing to share his expertise since he's fluent.
We do plan to keep doing this Learn Irish section, so please comment any suggestions you guys would have below. And make sure if you know any Irish insults that we haven't mentioned today, please put them in the comments.
Yes, we need a good laugh. We need more of these. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bye.